In the early days of Islam, before battles, before Medina, there was a young man whose story changed hearts. A young man known for beauty, elegance, and wealth. But within a few years, he would become one of the greatest heroes of Islam. His name was Mus'ab bin Umair. May Allah be pleased with him. Musab was among the most handsome, well-dressed young men in Makkah. People would recognize him from a distance just by his fragrance. He had everything, wealth, status, and admiration. But he was searching for something deeper, something true. One night, Musab heard about a man named Muhammad, calling people to worship one God. Curious, he secretly visited the house of Al-Arqam, where the first Muslims gathered. There he sat in front of the Prophet and listened to the Quran. For a moment, everything around him disappeared. His heart opened, and tears filled his eyes. He accepted Islam instantly, but he kept it secret because he knew his wealthy family would never accept it. When his mother discovered his Islam, she became furious. She was one of the strictest women in Quraysh. She locked him inside the house, took away his clothes, his comfort, his freedom. The young man who once wore the most expensive garments now owned nothing. Musab chose faith over luxury. He escaped from his own home and joined the Muslims. The companions said, "We saw Musab, and there was nothing left of the luxury he once had, but his face always shined with faith." When Islam began spreading, the Prophet chose Mus'ab bin Umair as the first ambassador of Islam to travel to Yathrib, Medina, and teach people the religion. He was young, he had no wealth, he had no army, but he had faith and wisdom and patience. Musab visited families, taught Quran, and brought people together. Because of Musab, the entire city of Yathrib changed. So many people accepted Islam through him that later the city would be renamed Al-Madinah Al-Munawwarah, the illuminated city. When the Battle of Uhud arrived, Musab was given one of the greatest honors. He carried the flag of Islam. He fought bravely, protecting the Prophet and holding the banner high. When the enemy attacked him, they struck his right arm. He said, "Muhammad is only a messenger," and held the flag in his left. They cut his left arm. He gathered the flag close to his chest. Finally, he fell as a martyr. When the companions searched for his body, they had only one cloth to cover him. If they covered his head, his feet were exposed. If they covered his feet, his head became exposed. The Prophet cried and said, "Among the believers are men who stayed true to the promise they made to Allah." Musab had nothing left of the luxury he once knew, but he had earned something greater: paradise. Mus'ab ibn Umair's journey is one of the most powerful transformations in history. From the richest youth in Makkah to a man who sacrificed everything for Allah and his messenger, he taught us that greatness is not in wealth, not in status, not in comfort, but in the sincerity of a heart that loves Allah. His story continues to inspire believers from every country on earth. May Allah be pleased with Musab bin Umair RA, the first ambassador of Islam and one of the most beautiful hearts to walk this earth.